just like to start by thanking the committee for allowing us the opportunity to speak with you through their online event. My name is Stephen Dowling, and I'm just going to be taking you through a few aspects of our company and what we're about. Just to start off with an introduction to Dunmasc Genetics. Dunmasc Genetics was formed in 2014. Our main business at the time was embryo transfer, training courses and ultrasound scanning. We started from very small beginnings in the areas of embryo transfer, which we did cover a good bit of the country, doing both on-farm plushes and in-house as well. Training courses is something we've been running for a very long time now as well. We've mainly have done things like DIY eye training, hoof trimming courses, ultrasound scanning training, cow signals training, along with other courses when required. I suppose last year was a very difficult year for training, but I'm very happy to say that from this month on, we hope to have regular training courses back and in full flow again. Just to talk to you a little bit about Semen Sales and where the company has come from and where we've gone to. We did start Semen Sales in 2014, and this would have been predominantly with beef semen at the time. And right up until today now, it includes both a large selection of beef and dairy. We sell semen both domestically and into export markets, and we have grown the business from very small beginnings to producing and selling hundreds of thousands of doses now each year. Currently we're selling onto 4 different continents across 15 different countries. We'd also have many big markets on the horizon as well, and it's obviously worth noting as well that there is huge interest in Irish genetics for beef and dairy abroad, and this is something we can hope to grow on in the future. All great companies have great partners, and I'd like to introduce you to ours. The top photo there is Brendan Regan, and he's owner manager of Coney Island Genetics, which was founded in 2013. Coney Island started mainly doing on-farm collections and fertility testing bulls, but Brendan has grown the company quite rapidly over the last number of years, and probably now has one of the most high-tech laboratories in Europe. Bulls are still jumped for breeders on on-farm collections, and all of our Irish bulls are jumped in Brendan Regan's stud. AI Total is our supplier of imported dairy genetics. It was co-founded by Shan De Veers on just over 11 years ago. AI Total is a part of other companies called Diamond Genetics and Eurogenes, which most people will be familiar from buying embryos. So all our imported dairy genetics comes from AI Total. We've built up a great relationship with the guys in AI Total over the last 18 months, and we have been growing semen sales from imported dairy semen now quite well over the last year, and we're very happy with the direction it's going. It's been able to allow us to supply genetic solutions for dairy farmers here in Ireland, and we are going to continue to grow that. Just to give you quick introduction to myself, I'm on the left hand side, and Stephen Dowling is my name. My background is in business, agriculture and embryology, and I'm the founding director of the company. And on the right hand side we have David Rose, who's our breed advisor for the dairy sector. And any questions you have for Dave, you can certainly find his contact details at the end of this slide presentation. David is a dairy farmer from Wexford, very passionate about breeding and all things dairy. So next I'm going to go through some of our dairy bulls from our 2021 catalogue. I picked out some what I feel are interesting type bulls, and again, our catalogue has a hell of a lot more bulls, and if you want to have a look at them, please feel free to request the whole catalogue, or maybe ask us to help you identify bulls that would be suitable to your herd. I'm going to talk a little bit about GTPI and net merit, because a lot of our dairy bulls are imported from abroad. I felt it's just worthwhile breaking down what's involved with some of the traits, because the next slide I'm going to talk about is some of our high GTPI sires. But just to give you a breakdown of what each of them basically mean, if we're talking about GTPI, the breakdown of the traits. So milk production is about 46%. This is the graph on the left hand side. Accounts for 46% of the GTPI value. Health traits account for 28%, and type traits account for 26%. There's also another figure called net merit, which is on the right hand side, and it gives a lot more emphasis to health traits. So if you select for high net merit bulls, you tend to be selecting for more health traits than anything else. Production is still a large factor in this value, and then type becomes a lot less value at 16%. So if you select on net merit, you're selecting mainly for increased health traits while not affecting production. GTPI values probably reflect high yielding herds very well, and if you have a high yielding herd, GTPI values are something, and net merit values are something that are definitely worth looking at. Just going to start with some great type bulls that we have. Looking at two we have here at the minute is called Habitall and Happen. Habitall is available in stock at the minute and is available both sexed and conventional. Both of these bulls are full brothers, and that's why I put them on the same slide together. And they both come from an Excalibur King Doc cross. They both have excellent type linears. If you were to have a look at Habitall, he's the only bull combining more than 2,800 GTPI, more than 3.45 PTAT on type, and more than minus 0.8 DPR or daughter pregnancy rate. Happen again is probably a little bit more positive on type. He's the number one GTPI bull in the breed, higher than 3.73 PTA, still with plenty of milk as well at 950. Both very exciting pedigrees. We have had a good bit of interest from Habitall, and a good bit of interest globally for Habitall, and Happen semen will be available in the next coming weeks. We don't actually have any stock of Habitall yet. Just another couple of great type sires that are definitely worth considering, and I've put their linear traits down below so you can have a look. Arrow, which is a King Doc son, that it's very hard to get King Doc now, and Arrow is definitely a very good option. There's also Mogul in his in pedigree. Secondly, there we have Mitchell. He's a very interesting outcross. I've seen Mitchell daughters off of cows in Europe, and they are very correct looking animals, very nice udders. And Mitchell is available sexed and conventional, and also Arrow. Dylan is another option, probably a slightly older than the other two bulls. Excellent pedigree there in Granite, Delta and Dorman, and we've had some interest in his semen, and we should expect stock back in the next coming weeks off of Dylan. Another great type bull that we have is called Davinci. He's not from a very show pedigree or family, but he has excellent linears. Just his dam is there in the top left hand corner, and she was VG87 at 2 years old. Davinci is the only bull in the breed combining 2,739 GTPI with over 2.85 PTAT, a positive DPR or daughter pregnancy rate, which is extremely important. He slope trumps, and he carries 398 pounds of milk. On the Canadian system, he's over 14 for confirmation, he's over 11 for udders, and over 11 for feet and legs, and over 11 for dairy strength. In the EBI index, he's plus 547 kilos for milk, 21 kilos for fat and protein. He's super health traits and excellent confirmation. He's a body depth of 2.57, rump width of plus 5.78, an overall conformation of 4.25, and an overall mammary of 4.27. He's a son of Dylan, Salan, and Kingboy. There is conventional semen available. His semen sales have been very impressive over the last number of weeks since the bull has become available. We expect to have sex semen available from April. We were hoping to have it sooner, but I think production has really only got going on the sex semen just recently. So we expect in the next couple of weeks to have sex semen available. We're going to have a look now at some of our high new GTPI stars. These are bulls that we feel that are at the top of the global indexes, and I feel they're worth a mention. Not all of them have their figures converted to ICBF or DBI indexes just yet, but we're working on that and getting their information imported. Moon, we've been importing Moon semen since last October. He's been very popular with anyone over the winter months that have been breeding cows. He's combining over 2,885 GTPI, more than 1,500 pounds of milk. He's plus 0.97 on teat length and a daughter pregnancy rate of over 1 again, which is really important. So his heifers are showing a good bit of fertility and ability to go back and calf. His cows are expected to have very good production, a very long productive life, and extremely efficient around converting feed to milk, which is also something that's worth noting at this point with some of these GTPI indexes, that it's well worth looking at feed efficiency and the ability to turn feed or what the animal's been fed into milk. We have sex semen available and conventional, and Moon is in stock. Star Dancer is extremely new. He is only come available in the last few weeks. At the moment, semen is only available conventional, but we expect to have sex semen later this year. He is the number 1 aristocrat son in the world, with aristocrat being extremely hot breeding at the moment, and he's also going back to Jedi and Halogen. He's one of the highest GTPI bulls in the breed with semen available. He's a unique combination between production components, world-class fitness, and a balanced type with super udders. And like I was talking about earlier, he is an excellent net merit. So if we remember from just a few slides previously, I was saying to you that net merit is extremely important if you're trying to breed for health values and a productive life. Nova Star again is quite new. He's a Herrick outsider Delta pedigree. He's greater than 1 point for udders and has an excellent teat placement and length, probably making him very suited to robotic systems in this case. He's a super fit sire and expected to be easy calving. Again, we expect to have semen available off this bull soon in the next coming weeks, and there's also an option there to use sex semen if it so desires. Harry again is very, very new, and we are expecting semen to arrive in the next couple of weeks. He's a Nakash Blowtorch Delta. He's a very high GTPI value of over 2,815, placing him in some of the top bulls globally. On his GTPI index, he's 15% fat and he's 0.6% for protein, so he's a real components bull for high solids and high percentage solids. So we expect Harry to convert well on the EBI index and that his figures will translate well. His top fitness, super healthy udders, and we expect him to be easy calving. He's a perfect linear type with plus 1.25 and plus 1.02 for feet and legs. He's wide sloped rumps and ideal teat placement combined with positive teat length. So again, we expect he's a bull that will be very suited to maybe some robotic systems. Next, we're going to have a look at some of our EBI sires, or our higher EBI sires. I put together just a little presentation on the values which affect the makeup or the weightings of bulls that have high EBI values. So production here accounts for a very large percent, which is about 33%. Fertility is given a huge weighting at 33%, and then calving comes in third place. So our three main things that we can see with the EBI index. The EBI index, its main weightings are based upon production, fertility and calving, where TPI is slightly different with maybe higher emphasis on production and health traits. The EBI focuses very much so on production and fertility. So I've had a couple of sires here that I feel are worth looking at. The sires that we put forward on our EBI list have very, very good linear types. You can see there on the type section that we're ranging from plus 3.1 down to plus 1.77. Starting there with Profit at the top. He's 225 euros for EBI. He's carrying plenty of milk. He is super solids, so he's 26 kgs of fat and 21 kgs of protein. We see a small minuses for percentage protein, but we've been watching their pedigree and we've been watching the proof runs. Each time the bulls are improving, and we expect after the next couple of proof runs that these figures will become positive and will increase. He's a Kenobi frazzled by Damaris pedigree. Next we have Rave, very interesting bull, very nice pedigree in a Rio Finder racer. Again, he's 221 EBI. He's carrying plenty of milk and carrying plenty of solids. Paul, the same. He's a Charles Urban Super Shop pedigree. He's 205 euros for an EBI value. 672 kilos of milk, 22 kilos of fat and 21 kilos of protein. Towards the bottom of the list we have Casey in Singapore. Again, Casey has a very nice pedigree, a Super Shop mogul, Observer, and Singapore is a Charles Jedi King Boy. Again, these bulls are carrying milk and carrying plenty of solids. Looking at these bulls on the European and foreign indexes, we expect that their solids will increase further and have done slightly over their last few proof runs. So we expect to see values here increasing, and as more calves hit the ground, we expect to have a lot higher solids when we view these bulls on the European indexes. So we expect to see an improvement here greatly, that these figures are just their initial base point, and we expect to see a huge increase in production from both fat and protein point of view. Next we're going to have a bit of a look at the red factor, and anyone that's interested in breeding red bulls, and we have a few bulls put in just to give you a flavour of what we have. Moran PP probably needs no introduction whatsoever. He has calves all over the world at the minute, and calves in the Canadian system winning shows at the minute. His dam just recently went EX93, I think at the end of last year. On the Canadian system, he's plus 14 for confirmation and plus 13 for mammary. He is a red carrier and homozygous polled. He's huge confirmation figures in the US and Canada. He's sloped rumps, he's high production, and he's plenty of milk with 962 pounds. We can see from his linear traits as well that they're all very positive traits, and we're expecting a lot of bulls. We're expecting this bull to perform very well in Irish herds, with plenty of semen already sold from Morant and plenty of interest off of this bull. He's available both sexed and conventional. Next is a very new red bull, Spirit Red, and for anyone seriously considering something in red, this bull is definitely to be taken note of, and something that's really worth your attention and to see if it's of interest to your herd. On the Canadian system, he's plus 11 for mammary, plus 9 for feet and legs, plus 11 for confirmation. In the TPI, he is probably in the top 3, sire within the breed, and he really is a solution for any red and white and black and white breeders in the world with his unique combination. His positive components, low cell count, positive daughter TPR or daughter pregnancy rate, and 1.4 SCE, and he combines a tremendous and one of the best linear types in the breed. We expect semen to be available in the coming weeks. Options we have in the red option is Relax Red and Taylor Red VCR. Relax Red is Rubens Red, Salvator RC Rubicon. It's top bull in the red and white sires, super complete, with udders of 1.54 and feet and legs of 1.26. He's 100% positive linear type linear. He's from tremendous cow family going back to the Golden Oaks Prudence, which is EX95. Taylor Red is available just conventional semen, and semen stocks are very, very limited. He's a VCR red bull, so that means 50% of all calves will be red regardless of the cow colour. He's high in milk with 1,296 pounds on the US base, and he's a Charlie son. Just in the bottom left hand corner there we can see a dam, which is a Taylor Red dam. She was VG87 at 2-year-old. Just thank you again just for listening to the short presentation on a few of the bulls that we included in the slide today. Again, it wasn't possible to include them all, and there's many more options available that will suit your herd options. Again, our spring 21 catalogue has been posted at this point in time, and if you haven't received one, please get in touch and we'll send one out to you as quickly as we can. There's lots of other sides available, including Jersey and Fleckvieh also, and plenty of other Holstein Friesian sires. Just going to have a quick look at beef on dairy for 2021. Just to give you an idea of what we have again, I've included just a few bulls. In the top left hand corner we have a bull called Milica Dunmasc. He is carrying two variants of myostatin of F94L. He's two pairs of the genes, so that means that we expect low birth weights with super muscle growth afterwards. So anyone buying beef calves off you from Milica Dunmasc, we're very, very happy with carcass weights. He's extreme high carcass weight and very easy calving. We've two options there for Angus on just that I'm showing you at the minute. One is Drumcrow Rolls Rice, which is here, and the other is Tower Munchkin. Both are easy calved with short days with minus days for gestation, so they'll take time off of any gestation. In the bottom left hand corner we have a cemental option. Again, even that's a bull we used at home last year a good bit. Produces very, very nice square stock, and anyone that's probably interested in breeding suckler cows, to be buying heifer calves off you from the Reen Night, he's definitely a very nice option for people that are looking to maybe get maternal stock into the suckler sector. And then Hereford option we have here is Apple One Superstar 2. This bull is polled, easy calving and minus days for gestation. Very familiar with the back pedigree on this bull. He's going back to a maternal grandsire called Lawman, which produced exceptional nice stock over the last number of years. Our partners on the production of Irish bulls again are Coney Island Genetics in Castlereagh in County Roscommon, and all of these bulls are actually collected in the Irish stud there. Just like to thank you again for listening to our presentation. Again, it was only a very short introduction to what bulls we have available this spring. If you want to get in touch with us to talk about any requirements, or you just want to even just order the catalogue to have a look through it, our catalogue is available online and is available to be posted out. So if you'd like to get added to our email and post list, please get in touch. You can contact us through our website at www.dunmascgenetics.ie. You can contact us through Facebook at Dunmasc Genetics, and we're on Twitter at Dunmasc. Our office number is 05786011813, or you can contact myself or David should you had any inquiries on breeding choices. Thank you again for the committee for the option of presenting to you tonight, and I wish everyone well with the upcoming breeding season.